New York's classic rock, Q1043.
Billy Idol is with us this morning here at Q104.3. This is an exciting day for you, Billy. A brand new song gets released.
That's it. Really exciting. And I'm particularly proud of this EP we've got coming out. And this song in particular, it just came together. It's so much fun to do. I had a lot of fun doing this song. And I think it's reflected in the recording and the way it sounds and everything. So, yeah, Steve Stevens at the top of his game. And yeah, it's actually a bit of a pandemic anthem because when we wrote the Roadside EP about a year ago, a couple of years ago, it was the beginning of the pandemic. We hadn't really written a song about the pandemic because it was all so new, you know, and we didn't really know where it was going. But now, a couple of years later, when we were together in December, we came up with this song, Cage, which is a bit of a pandemic anthem. Although it doesn't have to be about the pandemic. It could be about any time you feel held in or, you know, society is holding you back from doing what you really want to do. So it can be about that too. But yeah, the zombies, the demons, I made friends with my demons. It's all getting, so the zombies at the windows, I was trying to get in. And I don't know,
Well, there was a time in 2021, your new EP was out. You were preparing to go back on the road. It seemed as if some sense of normalcy was returning to our lives. And then, boom, it was lock those doors again, put the masks on again, close down the offices again when the whole Omicron thing happened. And a lot of people had to adjust their schedules. I know you had to change your performance schedule. So we're not really going to be able to see you on tour in the United States now until next year. But it must have just been, as an artist who was ready to go on the road, ready to perform, it must have just been such an oppressive and disappointing feeling for you because you had all that energy and it had to remain pent up. I mean, if you'll recall, you joined us on a big iHeartRadio special and we were ready to go.
Yeah. Yes, it's been a little bit frustrating, but there again, you know, we knew we had this EP and the song Cage in the can, so to speak, and so it's just a matter of time. We just knew we had something really good, and so it's just I don't mind waiting because when we do get there, it's great. So we've just been enjoying. We're working with these young lads, Tommy English and Joe Janiak, and just me and Steve, really, and Steve Stevens. We're just really enjoying it, and I think what we've come up with is it's a little bit better than the first EP, the Roadside. This Cage EP is a little bit better, so it's just a little bit more coming at you. I think we're a little bit more in the groove. We made the first EP, which sort of like bring our toe in the water. Now we're like fully immersed kind of thing.
Well, the Steve that you've referred to a few times, Steve Stevens, has been your collaborator for 41 years now?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that is a long relationship in any form. It's a very long professional relationship.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. It's incredible. It's still working today. I mean, that's what's really great. And to find us excited about what we're doing, excited about working together still, and then sort of like and coming up with the goods. Really, that's. I mean, who could have imagined that? I mean, when I initially started out way back in 1976 in punk rock and stuff. I mean, really only thought, you know, is it going to last 6 months? Is it going to last a year? Maybe 2 years, you know?
No, instead it's lasted 45 years plus.
And yeah, but it's incredible. I just never could have imagined this. And then that's what's really fun about it is being at this stage in my life and then still enjoying the music we're coming up with. That's pretty fantastic. You really couldn't have dreamt that up in any other way. So it's just very exciting.
Well, Billy, you're not just enjoying the music; you're at the top of your game after all of these years.
You know,
I mean, the last EP, people were raving over, and this one is gonna. I mean, it's going to explode some brains because it's just that good.
Yeah, we've got a nice mixture of stuff on the EP too. There's some rock and roll songs, but there's also like this R&B track we did that we did with Sam Hollander and Butch Walker. It was a bit of a holdover from the Roadside EP. It's called Miss Nobody. So it's got a nice mixture of stuff on it, and the great thing is these little EPs. If each song is good, then really makes you want to have more. So when I'm listening to it, I'm going, wow, it makes you want to have more. That's a good sign.
And you're on the Dark Horse record label.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of wild. I mean, who would have thought that? Really,
the Dark Horse record label that was founded by George Harrison.
That's right.
And you were a kid watching the Beatles on TV.
Yeah.
And possibly dreaming about what it was like to be on the stage listening to all the girls scream. And here it is in 2022, and you're recording for the record company that George Harrison founded as an outlet for his own artistic endeavors. I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
It's pretty fantastic. And, the great thing about it is, Darnie and Olivia Harrison, I mean, they're running it. So, it's a family business. That's what's great. So you get that feeling that you're in a family, and they're lovely people. And David Sunshine as well at the label is really great, and it's just been really exciting. And I think initially it all came about because of my Christmas album. That's what's really they were going to put out my Christmas album, and then we've ended up now it's 2 EPs later. So it's been great, and it's just it's been exciting. And then just incredible to think that one way or another hooked up with one of my heroes, really. I mean, that's one of the reasons I made music in the first place, was people like George Harrison.
Well, you're going to be in South America next month. You're going to play Rock in Rio. That's a famous event.
Yeah, we did it many moons ago, in like 93 or something, is when the Gulf War was starting. I remember, because we were going on stage with Joe Cocker and the war had begun. So, we did do it, but I haven't done it since. So, I'm really excited. And we're doing a little bit of a South American tour with Green Day. And so I'm really excited about that. They're great lads. Billy Joe's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that too.
And then you're off to headline arenas in the EU.
Yeah, that's right. So, because of the coronavirus, we haven't been there for a couple of years. So, but it's great to be going back. There was some great music, some new music, and we got 2 EPs to play. So that's 8 songs. We've got 8 songs we can pick from. So that's great, as well as playing the Idol classics.
And then in the spring, we get to see you here in the United States.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what's going to be happening. And I think it's great. We'll be playing these new songs, and I don't know. Yeah, I just can't wait to be back out there doing it, really.
Well, you have such a catalog. You have so many popular songs that people have known and loved for decades. So when people go to a Billy Idol show, they know that they're going to hear a lot of great songs that they know very well and that have individual meaning in their own lives. And at the same time, that gives you an opportunity to present some new material because you can sandwich it in between the classics. And
that's basically what we do, yeah.
And
newer songs usually come earlier in the set and stuff. But that's what's great, really, because we have got such killer old stuff that, it's great sandwiching the new stuff in amongst it. And then, and seeing how well they hold up next to the old stuff. You can tell from the audience immediately.
Well, Cage is a really, really fine, really great song. And I think that people, when hearing that song, will be able to relate to it on a very personal level. And I think that you're right. It doesn't have to be, but it certainly can be interpreted as a pandemic anthem. Now, during the period of lockdown, what were you doing? What were you feeling? What were you experiencing?
Well, of course, I mean, the one great thing was that we could do this new music, and because things really did come to a grinding halt. So, so there was a there's a downside to it. Yeah, we couldn't play, but there again, we had time to really think about making new music and really committing to that, and then making new musical relationships, which is what's kind of happened with this new EP, where we're now those lads who we worked with on Bitter Taste are now producing. Tommy English is producing, and with us, of course. And but it's just exciting to sort of have this new relationship, really, which is blossoming. And I think you're hearing that on the EP, on the Cage EP. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing us take what we did with Bitter Taste and move it into a whole EP kind of thing, So that's been fantastic. So there's been some downsides, but there've been some pluses that on a gigantic level, which now we can get to play to people. So looking forward to it.
And you yourself have faced some health challenges.
A little bit, yeah. I did. I have had a couple of little things, but they're all under control, and it's just one of those things. I think I've been very lucky in my life. I've hardly, touch wood, ever been really. I mean, the big major thing was the motorcycle accident all those years ago.
Oh, certainly, and that of course was one of the topics that you used musically in your last EP.
Yeah, that's because at the time the coronavirus was very new, so we really hadn't really lived with it, So I do think you have to sort of live with things and let them marinate inside you, and then they come out very naturally. And that's what's kind of happened with Cage. It came out very naturally. We weren't trying to write a pandemic song. It just came out that way because all four of us had been under, the walls, the shops along Sunset were boarded up, so they boarded up our ambitions, and then, I've been fighting with my demons so long they become my friends, because we're so locked in with yourself that you.
And we were, many of us, locked in with ourselves for a very, very long time. But listening to the song, it's very clear that that pent-up energy inside of you has been unleashed and will no doubt fill the concert halls and stadiums and arenas that you'll be performing at. I can tell you're ready to walk out on that stage. Your energy is, I mean, we're on a Zoom call right now. We're not in the same room, but just looking at my screen, I can sense the energy that you have, that you're ready to go. I can just see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I've got an incredible band too. We've now been together, this version of Billy Idol, over 7 years. So everyone's really played in. I mean, it's Eric Eldenius, my drummer, is on the EP. So it's very much a band EP as well. So you're hearing the group you're going to see.
And you mentioned Steve Stevens, your guitarist and co-songwriter, your collaborator and friend for 41 years. But there's another Steve that's involved in this project. Steven Sebring directed the video for Cage, and that video will also be released today.
Yeah, and it really came out fantastic. We did one with Stephen for Bitter Taste, which was outside here in California. And then the Cage is completely the opposite. We're inside, and Stephen has this room where he has cameras. It's a circular room, but he has cameras all the way around the room, and he can create a 4D effect at times using this room. So we did the Cage video in this room, and I think that's the thing, you're sort of seeing kind of futuristic technology a little bit. And certainly the mind of Steven Sebring he thinks into the future. So it was fantastically good fun doing it, and I hope that's what comes across in the video. And it was just great, and it's been fantastic working with him too. So there's a number of artistic things going on this EP, and with what you're looking at, with what you'll be looking at.
Well, today is the release date for the single Cage. The EP, The Cage, will be released on September 23rd. And remember, it's on Dark Horse Records. And we look forward, Billy, of course, to seeing you perform here in the United States beginning in the spring. And I just want to congratulate you on this incredible work. I'm looking forward to seeing the video, which I haven't seen yet. But of course, you're one of the most experienced video performers in the entire world of music. I mean, you mastered that art form years and years and years and years and years ago. I mean, people can close their eyes and they can see your videos. They don't need equipment or technology. The videos just run from, one part of their brain to the other. You know what that's like.
Yeah. Yeah, you hope they get that feeling with this video. Yeah, we enjoyed making it. It was really great fun, and I think that it's reflected in what you're going to see. So we're still enjoying doing what we do, and that's pretty incredible to say that all these years.
And here in New York, we still claim you as one of our own.
Yeah,
because of your childhood on Long Island. That makes you one of us. And we'll never forget that, and we'll never let you forget it either.
No, cheers. I can't forget.
Billy, thank you so much for getting up early and spending time with us this morning at Q104.3. Once again, congratulations. Great new single, Cage. Dark Horse Records, released today. It's always great to have you on New York's Classic Rock, Q104.3.
Oh, thank you, Jim. You're fantastic, and thank you, everybody out there.
New York's Classic Rock, Q104.3.